This was almost a disaster. I was letting the dogs out for dinner. And look at what's out here. Holy crap. They're just walking through our camp. I'm trying to talk quietly so I don't spook them. Wow. Echo would have gone crazy. They were so close. Oh, he's watching them. You watching them? Because a lot of times I'll just let them out when it's dinner time. I have to lift Dodger out, so I always lift Dodger out first, and that gives me a second to kind of peek around to see if there's anything out there, like people or animals, coyotes, or deer, elk. And they're so quiet. I mean, there were so many of them. They were so close. They freaked me out because it was just this mass of giant mammals, like just outside of our camp. While I feed the dogs, I want to show you my mouse trap setup. There we go. Got it all decked out in here. I spotted a new turd or two, so I'm not convinced that they're out of here. Although I haven't had any action in this trap for 2 nights now. And this morning I put these kill traps out, so we'll see. I'll probably catch something tonight. It's time to check the traps. I just got out of bed, and this is the best time to do it. Just get it out of the way. Oh my gosh, this is trippy. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm so glad I caught this on camera. Look, they took the peanut butter off both traps, and they didn't snap. And I have one in the live trap. What the crap? These traps have worked before, like flawlessly. I don't understand. Oh no. Now I gotta go hike this guy out and let him go somewhere. So I guess you guys can have a good laugh at me with my mouse situation. Can you believe that? That was something I was not expecting to happen. This is like the super mouse. It looks the same as the one I keep catching. I really have no idea. I mean, I hiked it. A mile away was the furthest I hiked it. And so, you know, I just don't know if it's the same one coming back. They probably all look the same out here. So it could be just that I camped where there's a nest of mice. I have no idea. I guess the best I can do is just keep setting the traps up. I thought that mint spray was working because this thing had not been sprung for, I think, 3 days. Then I set the real mouse traps up with, you know, big chunks of peanut butter on them. And Then that night, which was last night, the peanut butter is gone. So I think that peanut butter, that fresh peanut butter, maybe attracted the mouse up into the engine, and somehow it didn't get trapped. And then the only peanut butter left was in this trap, so it went into this trap. I guess the best solution is going to be to move. So I am going to move here in the next day or two, and hopefully we'll have better luck. But what I'll do is I'll still leave the traps in the truck when we get to our new site, just to make sure that I don't have a mouse situation that I'm traveling with. I mean, what a disaster. I gotta wait for Dodger. Yeah, I'm so intent on getting rid of this guy now. I gotta wait for my pup. I'm getting a little frustrated with this mouse situation, if you can't tell. So the peppermint spray, I didn't spray it for the last couple days, and so I thought, oh, that's a good time to put the real mouse traps out. So maybe after a couple days, there's not enough mint spray left to deter the mice. Man, I have no idea. Luckily, seems to be just a problem once, maybe twice a year. So it's not a constant ongoing issue for me. Like right now, it sure is. I'm so irritated. So now I'm going up this kind of little ravine here. There's like an old wash that comes through here, but I'm only a quarter mile from camp. What I'm really thinking about this guy is I should just go release him in the snake pit. The only thing is I don't want to go back into the snake pit. And when we get back to the truck, I'll show you what I'm thinking now about those traps, how I have them set up. That maybe is allowing the mouse to get the food. I don't know if Dodger's gonna be able to make it up that. He's going for it. Shoot. This is the kind of thing back in the day he would have no problem coming up. But I think it's too steep for him now. Yeah, that's too steep. I'm just gonna tell him to stay down there. Dodger. Dodger. He could totally hear me, but he can't see me. There, now he sees me. Dodger, you stay, okay? I think he sees me. Dodger, stay. Stay right there. Oh, he's trying to come up. Shoot. No, no, no. Oh, geez. Oh, crap. There's our little friend. I'm going to get him out of here so you guys can see the release process with this trap. And we're going to assume this guy has been well fed. What I've been doing is I've been using the plastic bag so I don't have to touch it so much, the trap. And he's trying to get out of there. So you just slide this bait door right here. You just slide it up and then he'll come right out. Echo saw it. That'd be funny if Echo just grabs it and kills it. He might. I've seen Dodger do that before. Echo, leave it. Echo, leave it. This guy looks different. This is not the same mouse. It's a different color. He doesn't know where to go. I don't know about this live trapping technique. Okay, what just happened? Echo saw it and he pounced on it and he bit it. And so now I grabbed Echo really good. I told him no. But now it's like half dead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to smash it with a rock. I'm not going to show you guys that, of course. What a miserable way to start the morning. I got to get those snap traps to work better. That's the best solution, and it's the most humane. Now, I could just let Echo kill it, but I don't want to teach him that it's okay to do that. What a shitty morning. Come on, Dodge, let's go. Now, what happened was Echo basically killed it. It was basically dead. But I put it out of its misery with a rock. And I hate that, I just hate it. That's why I'm using these live traps, is because I just feel like, I don't want to kill anything that doesn't need to be killed. When it's in your truck or in your house, then then I just have to do what I have to do. And so, the kill traps, I'm fine with using those, but I was just trying to figure out a solution that would keep the mice out, and so I don't have to deal with, disposing of dead mice or just killing mice that don't need to be killed. I mean, they're just mice, right? Like, they're going to get eaten by animals out here all the time. I mean, I didn't know what Echo would do, but he, once he grabs it in his mouth, something small like that, it's toast. Back in the day, I did see Dodger do that once or twice. He'd find a mouse and he'd go up to it and just bite it and kill it instantly. And so I'm sitting there thinking, okay, now I have this mouse that's dying after he bit it once. I pulled him off right away. I grabbed him by his scruff. I pulled him off and tell him no. And he listens to me once I scold him like that. And I'm thinking, well, shoot, how do I finish this mouse off? Well, I could just let Echo tear it apart. But that's bad training. Because I don't want him, if he chases after a squirrel, I don't want him to think it's okay to kill it if he ever catches one or gets close to catching one, which he never has. Or a rabbit, which he's never caught one. So that would be the quickest way to kill it, is just say, Echo, get it. And it's so confusing to me. Because really what Echo will do is, if something's in the truck, like we've had a squirrel in the truck before, and he will let me know. He'll start sniffing around. He'll even paw at the undercarriage of the truck. He'll get under there and start smelling around for it. Sometimes you'll hear it scurrying around. And so it's kind of like, in that case, I want him to hunt it down and to tell me that there's something in there. That's super helpful. I just don't want to have a killer dog on my hands, Something that hunts wildlife and kills it. which that's the first time. It's the first time he's hurt another animal. Learn something new every day, being a nomad. I should really let it go. Like, I'm gonna let it go in a minute once I start making breakfast and coffee. I haven't even had coffee. I gotta feed the dogs. This trap works, so I will have a link to it. If you use that link, that helps us out on Amazon. It works. I got a 2-pack of these traps. It works great. The problem comes when you have to dispose of the mouse. That's the problem. Echo? No, back to camp. And also, Dodger did fall. He was trying to go up that little embankment and then he kind of rolled down. He got about a quarter of the way up. And it's been a long time since he's fallen. He's fine though. He is fine. Let's get back to the truck and I'll show you my theory with the traps. There we go. Happy once again. You guys, I love this lifestyle. It's the morning. It's like when you have to do stuff in the morning. That sucks. And usually I don't have to. Usually I can get up, take my time. The dogs are super patient. I can do whatever I want in the morning. So having to deal with the mouse and then things kind of get turned upside down, it sucks. It's really not that big of a deal, but it does kind of put a bad vibe in the air sort of for a minute. I'll get over it, but we're not done yet. I got to deal with the trapping situation. And also, since we're here at the truck, see, I got this crack here in the windshield. It's growing a little bit. I've marked it with a Sharpie. And it is growing a little bit, so I got to get that fixed. I want to give a shout out to Edna. Edna was so awesome. I can't believe it. It just... What's the word? I'm flattered and humbled. She sent us some money on PayPal that's going to help us pay for the windshield. And you know, I have enough money to pay for the windshield. It sounds like it's only going to be $350, but it helps so much. It really does. It's like so kind. It's just like, it's weird. It's like makes me feel really weird. But what I get out of it is it makes me feel really inspired to keep making videos, because it gives me the sense that there are people out there that really enjoy what we're doing, what I'm showing and sharing and trying to inform a little bit. The dogs and I are super humbled when you all reach out in any way. Just hitting the like button, let us know you're watching. We like to know you're watching. Hitting the subscribe button, that helps so much. Little things like that keep me going as far as like keeping on making 3 videos a week now. Because honestly, sometimes I'll make a video. I did the video I released a couple days ago, and it's kind of one of those ones that didn't get a lot of views. And I really like it. Like, I think it's a really good video, but it comes down to that thumbnail and title. If I don't create a good thumbnail and a good title, or it doesn't hit people the right way, then it doesn't get the views. And honestly, it's a little bit demotivating. I need to get over that. And basically I am over that, but it still does kind of affect me as far as like, oh, maybe people don't like my videos, but it's just the thumbnail and title is the thing. So thanks, Edna. That's very, very cool of you. Let's get to the traps. I thought this was exactly how I had them set up before when I trapped a couple mice. And that solved the problem like instantly. Using these same exact traps, actually, I cleaned them up and I'm reusing them now. But I'm kind of thinking maybe the mouse is like standing up here, reaching down and just licking off of that. So I'm gonna reorient these in a different direction and see if that helps. I really don't know why they didn't snap. I don't understand it. That works. See, I'm just thinking like, oh, if the mouse is reaching down, then he can just kind of lick that, lick it clean without ever having to put its paws on this. The mouse was pretty small. Woo. Now in my engine here, you can see these are the chew marks that I kind of monitor, and there is 1 or 2 new ones. For some reason, they like chewing on this rubber part in between the air filter and the throttle. It's like a flexible rubber. And there's another chew mark right there. So who knows what else they're messing with in here. See, here's a mouse dropping. And this is where I spray. I spray this whole area in here. Anything that's plastic, basically I'll put a little bit of peppermint spray. And now I got the trap set up in a different orientation. You can see how I put the peanut butter just on the little part where it's supposed to be. I put a little less peanut butter this time. But the real key is to find a spot in your engine to put these traps. A lot of nomads will leave their hood up to keep mice out, and maybe that's what I'm gonna have to start doing. You know, it might be. But if I just rest that there, then it allows enough room for the traps to fully spring. And so it works out like a good shelf for the traps. Because my concern was if I put them up here, like right inside the engine bay, if they get set off, then it's probably just gonna fall down somewhere in here, and I'm gonna have to fish it out and hopefully remember that it's in there. You know, I could forget. Up here, they're not gonna really go anywhere that could be bad for the engine. That's my thinking. But yeah, I do see a lot of nomads and they leave their hood up. Do you guys leave your hood up when you're nomads in the woods? Put it down in the comments, let me know. And I need your guys' help. Like, give me all of your ideas and solutions. Go ahead and tell me what you think I'm doing wrong. I've been living this lifestyle with the trailer and the dogs for a few years now. You'd think I'd have this figured out, but obviously I don't. So give me your ideas on keeping mice out of our living space in our truck. Luckily, I don't have any problems in there yet. Echo he feels bad because I scolded him when he grabbed that mouse. So he's like trying to be really affectionate right now. That's his way of apologizing to me. So for now, I'm just gonna leave this trap out in the sun, kind of disinfect it that way a little bit in the sun for a day. And then I'll probably use some bleach water, that kind of thing, try to wash it out so I can reuse it. And now I'm gonna go inside and make myself some breakfast. I learned a new way that I can make pancakes because I usually don't have milk. I don't have milk or soy milk or anything like that in my fridge. So let me know if you guys want to see my recipe for making nomad pancakes without milk. It's pretty cool. It's pretty freaking cool. Good morning from the woods. Dealing with the mice still. I put the mouse traps in the truck and we're gonna take a look and see what's going on. It's been a day and they haven't been touched. So I moved them last night in the engine bay of the truck to try and attract them out more because I noticed some new droppings in the engine bay. For whatever reason, the mice didn't touch the traps. If you guys are getting sick of my mice follies, then I hope you understand that I'm just trying to show you guys the reality of living this lifestyle. It's not always peachy keen. The truck, it just kind of sits here for, a week or two at a time when I'm camped in a spot. Sometimes, I won't go into town for a week or two. And I think that's probably a big part of the problem is I need to use the truck more often to kind of keep the mice out of there. Let's go see if we got any action here. Well, I got a note from neighbor camper. So I'll take a look at that in a second. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. I can see a couple droppings here on the battery. And the traps, there's no peanut butter. So, however they're doing that, maybe I need to put the peanut butter in a different spot on the trap, but this one's the same case. They've completely eaten the peanut butter off without setting the traps off. So what I have seen people do is they'll use glue traps. I mean, a mouse cannot get past a glue trap, but those are horrific as far as like you're torturing the mouse. The live trap works kind of flawlessly. So, shoot, man. I'm gonna just try to put peanut butter in a different spot on the little lever here. You can see that little curled up piece right there. Obviously, I'm scared of touching it. That's kind of where I put it. Maybe I need to put it kind of underneath that, kind of tucked in there, so they have to kind of dig at it. That actually, maybe that's the key, is they kind of got to get in there and paw at it. And that will set off the trap. Rather than just like, if they can just stick their little snout on there and just eat away at it slowly, they don't even have to touch the metal. As far as like triggering the traps. So this is kind of a fiasco. And I'm looking for any new bite marks. The thing is, I mean, the mice are like deep in there. So they could be chewing up whatever. Doing a nest in there. It's pretty frustrating. On a happier note, Dodger here has been slowing down the last few days when we go on a hike. He's been walking really slowly and limping more for like the last 2 or 3 days. And I was just thinking, oh, is it because I switched their food? I started using Costco food. He's not as into it. But if you look at the ingredients, and that's what I did, the ingredients and the nutrition, it's pretty much the same. It's almost exactly the same as what I would usually give him. But he's slowing down, kind of limping around, and you know, he's old, he's getting older, so things are not going to get better for him overall. So I was kind of chalking it up to that. But this morning, I was giving him a massage. A lot of times I'll massage his legs in the morning, his joints and his feet and stuff like that. And I was digging around in his paws. And he had a rock, like just a little rock, like this size, kind of covered in mud and hair, jammed up in his paw. And so now I've removed that, and he's walking better already this morning. So I'm kind of happy about that. Hopefully soon enough, I'll get the mouse problem resolved, and you guys won't have to watch any more of my mouse problem solving skills that are still in process. I want to say like it's not a big deal, but it's a huge deal. It's kind of the worst thing to think about, mice running around in your vehicle that we survive off of, just chewing who knows what up. Oh man, maybe I'll leave the hood open all day today, and then I'll replace the peanut butter in the traps. We got to trap those suckers. We got to trap them. I mean, I've trapped 6 or 7 mice total now. And so there's still at least one more.